Yeah, I'll be sharing with you tonight some information about the TOEFL IBT, the test, and how to prepare for it. So, um, we'll start kind of broad and work our way to get narrower. So I'll start with some general information about TOEFL testing. We'll look at the TOEFL IBT test in a little more detail, and then we'll get into preparation resources that will help make you feel ready to take the test. And we'll talk about how to make a strategic plan for preparing that really is customized to you and helps you meet your needs. And we'll look at a couple examples of what that might look like in the real world. So, starting with the world of TOEFL, there are a couple different TOEFL testing options. I'm sharing a couple of them tonight. So you have here the TOEFL IBT and TOEFL Essentials tests. So both of these tests are used for purposes like immigration and university admissions. So study abroad, which I know many people with us right now are interested in doing. They both assess the 4 core language skills in English, so listening, reading, speaking, writing. And they both use our best-in-class scoring, a combination of highly trained raters and also highly trained artificial intelligence. The main difference between these two tests is that while TOEFL IBT is 100% focused on academic English, the TOEFL Essentials test has kind of a 50-50 split of testing academic English as well as more general English proficiency. And you can see that's kind of reflected in the length. So the TOEFL IBT takes about 3 hours and Essentials is about an hour and a half. So tonight, we'll be focusing on the TOEFL IBT. So you might be thinking, okay, there's this TOEFL IBT thing. Why should I take it? Right? So if you're here, it's probably because you're interested in studying abroad in some capacity. And so one of the great things about the TOEFL is that it's very recognized and trusted by university admissions officers. They're well aware of the rigorous standards of the test, of the quality, the scores that are being reported, their accuracy, their reflection of your skills. And so submitting TOEFL test scores with your application helps make you a stronger applicant. We also have data showing that people who take the TOEFL, 90% of them, over 90% of them, get into their first or second choice university. And finally, because the test is built around the kinds of actual tasks that you'll need to do when you reach that university environment, by taking the TOEFL and preparing for it and doing well on it, you're not just saying, okay, I can take this test. You're saying, I can do these real life tasks that I'll need to do when I get to my university setting in English. So you're really setting yourself up for success. And additionally, even if you're not planning on going to an English-speaking country, but you still need to show English language proficiency for whatever program you're applying to, the good news is that TOEFL is accepted and preferred worldwide. So whether you're looking at a destination like the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, where English is the language that's spoken in the countries and the language of instruction, or if maybe you're looking at a situation where you'll be in a country where English is not the spoken language every day, but it is the language of instruction, you still can count on the TOEFL to have you covered for your application. So now that we've gone through what the TOEFL IBT is all about, I'll share information about some of our official preparation resources. And before I jump into them, I'll just mention something that kind of sets our materials apart, is that we create these prep materials using actual test content. from the past. So you know that what you're seeing here is really in line with what you're preparing for. We also have our TOEFL experts at ETS reviewing our test prep materials, making sure that everything is up to our standards and of the same high quality as the test. So I'll jump right in and start with our guides and books. So you can see here we have multiple publications. We have a test prep planner. This offers an 8-week plan for preparing to take the test. So if you know that's about the time range you're going to be working in, this can be really helpful. And when we talk through sample plans, we'll also talk about some different timelines because 8 weeks might not be your timeline. All right, moving on to our courses. So one of our newest resources is the official TOEFL IBT prep course. This is a self-paced course. It has lots of content that not only prepares you for the TOEFL IBT questions, but also breaks them down into their smaller skills and helps you build up your language skills in the different proficiency areas. And it comes with a 6-month subscription. So once you enroll, you have access for 6 months. And something that's really nice is that it includes pre-tests, post-tests, with scoring done by the same artificial intelligence scoring that we use for the actual TOEFL IBT. So I've just given you a lot of information about the TOEFL IBT test, about all these official resources we have that you can use to prepare for it. So you might be thinking like, okay, that's great, but this is a lot, and what do I do with it now? Where do I start? So I will show you how you can create your own strategic plan to help you get ready for test day. So we have 4 basic steps that we'll go through: pre-planning, making a basic game plan, making a prep schedule, and then putting the plan into action.